Good morning, gentlemen. Welcome to Pipe Talk. Smoking a Jantet Bulldog made in Soklo. I feel a little sorry for one of my recent videos because it seemed to trigger a lot of emotions, and I really would love to focus on more positive points. So I did a few videos with pipes that tell a story. Maybe it's time for a blend that tells a story. I barely remember my grandfather, the father of my mother, that is. I didn't see him that often, maybe once a year, just when I was a little child, until he passed away. And he lived in an ancient farmhouse that was mostly built of stone. He and my grandmother, they had 2 rooms in that building, in the oldest part of the building. And these were tiny rooms with very little daylight. They built the houses in that way back then. And I also do remember the smell in there. This really stick to me. And when I started pipe smoking some years ago, and I purchased a pack of Landtabak. In English that would be country tobacco. It's the oldest brand around and also the cheapest. And I smoked a pipe with this blend at home. Then I left home to do some business. And when I returned 1 or 2 hours later, I opened the door to my apartment, entered, and I immediately recognized the smell of this tobacco. So I was 100% sure that my grandfather smoked exactly Landtabak. And just recently my mother talked of her father on Sundays when he smoked his ancient pipe for the whole day. And he also and she told me how the packages of the tobacco looked. And yes, it was exactly Landtabak. A round bag with very little design, and it has been the cheapest blend there is in those times as well. Sometimes he also rolled cigarettes with this blend, and this isn't very enjoyable for sure. What else can we talk about tobacco blends? Yeah, I bought one of the last tins of Samuel Gawith Kendal Cream Flake, and this blend isn't available anymore because England has left the European Union. It seems the Germans do import these blends again, but it's not sure at all if they ever appear in Austria, where I am located. So I bought one of the tins and I thought, should I put it in the drawer and smoke it at some point in the future? Or shall I open it up right now? Then I thought, man, what you have in your hands. I opened it up right now, and it was a good idea to do so. Because the tin wasn't vacuum sealed. The lid was just loose atop of the box. So if I would have opened it up at some point in the future, it would have probably been filled with dust. And I once talked to a famous person in the pipe world, and I told him this story, and he said, I could clearly imagine this, because he visited the Samuel Gawith factory, and they are working really chaotic there, some kind of organized chaos. Many years ago I also purchased a tin of Samuel Gawith Full Virginia Flake, one of the all-time best Virginia flakes there is. And when I opened up the tin, I was surprised and thought, what is that? It surely wasn't the usual Full Virginia Flake that I know. It was some rubbed out flake with a deep golden yellow color. Really remarkable. And I did some research, and I'm pretty sure it was a Samuel with golden glow inside of the tin. Which was very cool because we had a very limited selection of Gavith blends, and golden glow is not available, was not available, still isn't available. So I had a surprise blend that I could smoke there. Just saw that there's a crack on my pipe appearing. Very interesting. So yeah, they packed the wrong tobaccos inside the tins. I immediately went to the tobacconist and bought some more tins of the Samuel Gavith flake, but they were all correctly packed. So no more surprise tobacco for me. Yeah, the last tobacco story was very unfortunate. I have shown it in a video. I bought a Rattrays wintertime edition, and the smell was really delicious. Packed one pipe and smoked it, and it really tasted good. It was very mild. It really had a taste to it of amaretto. Yeah, this was the taste that came out the most. But the smoke had such a chemical burn in my mouth. It wasn't the usual tongue bite, but my whole cavity and my whole gums started to hurt for the whole day. It was like pure acid. So after smoking one bowl, I gifted it away. I just had this with a Auenland evening mixture that's also coming out of the Colas and Cop factory. And maybe with some summer blends from 2016. I don't know what it is. It feels like flushing your mouth with acid. And I'm used to tongue bite, I know how this feels. But this was something different, so they add some kind of chemical that my body doesn't like at all. That's for it. Hope it was an enjoyable talk. Next time I guess I will show you some Pfeifenblätter, the pipe leaves. You probably have seen Brody Joe's video, the nature photography guy, or the Briar Broom, or recently Silvio from Vintage Pipe Nightmares. They all showed this. But I would like to give you some more information how they are used and what they are actually for. So, thanks for watching. See you next time. Cheers.